Hi, my name is Dr. Rajiv Kumar Chauhan. I am going to discuss about DC motor, especially working principle of DC motor, back EMF of DC motor and power of a DC motor. So DC motor is a machine which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy as shown in figure. For a motor, the input is electrical and the output of the motor is mechanical energy to run the load. Working principle of a DC motor. To explain the working of a DC motor, a very basic structure of a DC motor containing a current carrying armature connected to the supply through the commutator segment and brushes. The armature is placed between north pole and south pole of a permanent magnet or electromagnet. One single turn of conductor is placed in between two opposite poles of the magnet. If we supply DC via commutator system, current starts flowing through the turn as shown in figure. The positive terminal of the supply is connected to the left side conductor of the turn, while the negative terminal of the supply is connected to the right side conductor of the turn. The current is left side of the conductor is flowing inward, while the current in right side conductor is flowing outward as shown in figure. The direction of magnetic field is from north pole of the magnet to the south pole of the magnet. According to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a mechanical force. Hence, the conductor moves in the direction of force. The direction of force is given by the Fleming left hand rule, which states that if the direction of field is towards the first finger of the left hand and the direction of current is towards second finger of the left hand, then the direction of force will be towards the thumb of left hand as shown in figure. Hence, the direction of mechanical force acting on left side conductor will be upward, while the direction of mechanical force acting on right side conductor will be downward. The force magnitude is given by F is equals to BIL, where B is the flux density in Weber per meter square, where L is equals to length of the conductor in meter. I is equals to current flowing through the conductor in ampere. Due to this upward and downward force, a torque will produce when turns rotate in clockwise direction. After rotation of the turn comes to vertical position with respect to magnetic field. At this position, no current flowing through the conductor because conductor rests between the two commutators. Hence, there is no force acting on the conductor. By movement of inertia, conductor rotates and comes in the horizontal position which with respect to the magnetic field. The position of conductor has been changed here. So, this conductor will come here and this will move here after the rotation. That means left side conductor comes to the right side, while the right side conductor comes to the left side. At this position, we can determine the mechanical force acting on the conductors by Fleming left hand rule, because now the current in this conductor will be inward, and in this conductor it will be outwards. So, again the armature will rotate into clockwise direction. Due to this, downward and upward mechanical force, turns tends to rotate in clockwise direction. Back EMF of a DC motor. When a motor armature rotate, its conductor cut the magnetic flux. So, an EMF is induced in the armature conductor. According to Lenz's law, the back EMF opposes the applied voltage. This EMF always opposes the supply voltage, hence it is called back EMF and represented by EB. The magnitude of the EMF is given by EB is equals to NP phi Z upon 60A. The presence of back EMF makes the DC motor a self-regulating machine. It makes the motor to draw as much as armature current is sufficient to develop the torque required in the load. Is sufficient to voltage and power equation of a DC motor. So, in this circuit, the equivalent electrical circuit of a DC shunt motor is shown. So, from the circuit we can see we can convert this into the equivalent circuit, where the back EMF is represented by one DC supply and the armature resistance is Ra, and these are the brushes. Okay. So, from the circuit shown in figure, voltage equation, if we apply the KVL in this loop, so V is equals to, V is the supply voltage, is equals to the EB plus IA Ra plus voltage drop or VB, voltage drop in brushes. Okay. If we neglect the voltage drop in brushes, it will become 0, because these are very less, 1 volt per brushes. Okay. Now, multiply the equation number 1 both side by the IA. We get V into IA is equals to EB plus IA Ra multiplied by IA, or we can write down this equation like VIA is equals to EBIA plus IA square Ra. We called it power equation of a DC shunt motor, where VIA is equals to electrical power supplied to armature or armature input. EBIA is equals to power developed mechanical power by the armature, or we can say armature output. In DC motor, IA square R power losses or armature copper losses is approximately 4.4 to 5%. Maximum power condition of a DC motor. So, mechanical power of a motor PM is equals to EBIA, as I have discussed in the previous slide, and V is equals to EB plus IARA. So, we can write down that voltage equation like this: EB is equals to V minus IARA, means applied voltage minus voltage drop in the armature. If we are considering the voltage drop in the brushes is 0. Okay. So, from here if we multiplied the equation number 3, if we put the equation number 3 in equation number 2, we get PM is equals to V minus IARA multiplied by IA. Okay. So, when we will open this bracket, we will get VIA minus IA square RA. Since V and RA is constant for the motor, the power developed by the motor depends upon the armature current. Therefore, dPm divided by dIa should be 0 for maximum power. So, dPm divided by dIa is equals to V minus 2 Ia Ra. We can put it equals to 0. Okay. So, Ia Ra is equals to, from this equation we can get Ia Ra is equals to V by 2. This is equation number 4. Now, just substitute the value of Ia Ra in equation number 3 from equation number 4. We will get V is equals to Eb plus Ia Ra is equals to Eb plus V by 2. So, just transfer this V by 2 from here to here. Okay. So, Eb is equals to V minus V by 2 is equals to V by 2. It means when the Eb is equals to back EMF of the DC motor is equals to the half of the supply voltage, then maximum power will be produced. Okay. Hence, mechanical power developed by the motor is maximum when back EMF is half of the applied voltage. Practically, achievement of this condition is impossible because at this condition motor required much current than the normal rated value. This is one tutorial. A DC motor operating on a supply voltage of 200 volt DC has armature resistance of 0.5 ohm. If its armature current is 25 ampere, calculate the back EMF. So, we know given here is terminal voltage is given to us, this is 200 volt. Okay. Armature current is equals to 20 ampere, armature resistance is 0.5. As this is the equivalent circuit of a DC motor. Why I have considered DC shunt motor here? Because we don't know the series resistance. So, we can use the shunt motor here. Okay. And this is the diagram equivalent circuit of a electrical equivalent circuit of a DC shunt motor. So, from here we can write down the voltage equation of a DC motor. V is equals to Eb plus Ia Ra. As in the question, the brush drop is also not mentioned. Therefore, we can consider the voltage drop in the brushes is equals to 0. Okay. So, now the voltage equation will be, it will become 0. Okay. So, V is equals to Eb plus Ia Ra. Okay. So, V is equals to Eb plus Ia Ra. Just substitute the value of V, that is 200 volt. Eb we want to calculate, plus 20 into 20 is the armature current is given to us and armature resistance is also there. So, just calculate, we will get the Eb is equals to 200 minus 20 multiplied by 0.5 and that will be the 190 volt. This is one another question relevant to the motor. A 4-pole lap wound armature DC motor has flux per pole of 25 milliweber. The number of armature conductor is given to us. We can say this is Z 200. The motor drawn in armature current is 20, means armature current is given to us 20 ampere. Okay. When connected across a 200 volt, means the terminal voltage is there, it will be the terminal voltage 200 volt. Calculate the back EMF and speed of the motor if the armature resistance is also given here. Okay. The number of poles is given to us here in starting, but the winding of a DC motor is two types, one is lap and second one is wave winding. So, in case of lap winding, A is equals to Z, while in case of wave winding A is equals to 2. Sorry, it will be A is equals to P. In case of lap winding, A is equals to P. In case of wave winding, A is equals to 2. For lap winding, we know A is equals to P, and the P is given to us. P is 4. Okay. So, A is equals to 4. The voltage equation of a DC motor, we know EB, V is equals to EB plus IA RA. So, V is given to us 200 is equals to EB plus 20 multiplied by 0.4. We get the value is 192 volt. Now, we want to calculate, so we get the value of back EMF in the motor. The second part is looking for the speed of the motor. So, we know the formula for back EMF, EB is equals to P phi N Z upon 60A. Just substitute the value which is given to us. So, EB we have calculated. So, EB is this one 192 is equals to 4 number of poles multiplied by 25 into 10 to the power minus 3 into N into 200 divided by 60 multiplied by 4. We get N is equals to 2304 RPM. So, thank you very much.